Alright, so I'm doing an overlay and just showing some quick videos, jet ski, so on. This is just out on the Thousand Islands River, some boat trips that we took, and I did some really quick, really bad videos, make you dizzy looking at this bridge. But this, I believe, is from the 4th of July, before fireworks and some of the houses and things like that that you see on the river. Here's a big oil tanker driving by, you know, ocean liner kind of thing, but yeah, coming from the ocean and making its way through the Thousand Islands. My nephew getting his first turn on a boat, my brother watching him, you know, standing right next to him. You know, some of these boats, when you travel at slow speed, are hard to turn. We went fishing a few mornings off the dock. You know, neither one of us are very experienced, but, you know, we did catch some things, and that's half the fun, right? I guess you'll see me over on the other dock that we built or put together. That's me over there. Yeah, not a fisherman by any means, but one of those things that you just have to do more often. So, but it's early morning, probably 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. The water's calm, clear, but we were all just catching dock bait, if you will, just small little itty bitty fish. So, but yeah, I'm having some fun with his uncle. So yeah, I'm just trying to do a little overlay. This is actually the morning as well, later on that day. The weather kicked in quite a bit, and this is the water. And I'm making a little comment like, oh, okay, what's in tune for us later today? But later today, it cleared up, beautiful day. This is another trip on the boat. That's my other nephew there. He's 16. He's like 6'3", big guy. Full of responsibility. He's owned 2 boats himself, and he's got his captain's license to be able to, you know. That's my brother, always working. You know, he can't sit by. My brother-in-law there. He can't just sit by and, you know, let stuff happen. You know, he can't relax much. It's my brother-in-law and his son playing a little lacrosse. You know, or attempting anyway, but having fun, father and son time. And that's what these vacations are all about, right? Get close to family and enjoy it. Experience some things, you know. Put work aside and do some things that, you know, you need to spend more time doing. Alright, so just got done with 4th of July. Today's the 5th of July. And everything was great. We had a really good time. It was a little stressful being with family, but that is always good in every sense of it. You have to have a little stress in your life to have some of these things work out for the better, get to know each other again. I haven't seen some of my family in 6 months. I know for some people that's not a lot, but for our family it is. Arya did great. It was overall a very good trip, and now we start the journey home to Florida, Clayton, New York. We're in North Carolina. Arya, after almost 3,000 miles, or let's say 2,500 miles, Arya has decided that she wants to try the bed in the back of the car. This is the first time. I think it's because we haven't even done 400 miles today, but you know, we were in Pennsylvania this morning, and now we're in North Carolina. We're doing great. It was a great long trip, and still more to come. So it's Sunday the 6th of July. We are in South Carolina, a rest stop, one of the many rest stops that we have been to. It's not every rest stop that I stop at with Aria, but let's say every other rest stop. There are some other occasions where we stop at not a rest stop, and you know, I can get her to take care of her business as well. But overall, this entire trip, Aria has done great. She does not mind being in the car. She sleeps most of the time. She does do a little window breathing type of thing, but I don't like to do that a lot because I don't want to get hit by something. She doesn't go with her head out the window. What I do is I lower my driver's side window a little bit, and she goes over my shoulder and just breathes in some air. I have the sunroof. I open quite a bit for her. As you see, she's got water and food in the back, and we do rest stops where I open up the back gate, and she takes care of business there. It's almost 8 o'clock on Sunday, so about an hour before the American Warning comes on. So I'm probably going to find a hotel and see if I can get an internet connection. And of course I can't be on the show because my laptop doesn't allow me, but I will watch the show along with everybody else. Yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying the show, and I expect to be back on the show next week. But yeah, I don't even know if this video will be edited by then, but yeah, just trying to give you updates. Alright, this is a handheld drive as I tape myself. Probably not the safest thing to do in the world. Don't recommend it for everybody. So this is Monday. It's you know, the 7th of July. Just want to do a short little update. Last night I was in a really bad hotel, and internet was really bad, so I wasn't able to join the panel. I didn't think I was going to be able to anyway because my laptop doesn't seem to work properly with the webcam, and the microphone's really bad. But last night's American Warning show, I joined just after 9 o'clock, and it seemed like David was on quite a rant. In this past month, I have been limited. Seems like every place I've been, it's either the people really weren't interested in watching the news, my family, or I didn't have the internet capability to be able to even go online. The most recent place I was at was my brother's camp in Clayton, New York, and the internet, there was no internet, plain and simple. There just wasn't. And the cable, there was no cable. It was basic cable, and the only channels that they had for me to watch were the local news. So with the local news, they didn't talk about anything really international. They just talked about, you know, the weather reports and you know, basic stuff. So I really didn't get a chance to catch up on anything. So back to American Warning last night. Something obviously happened in the news. They were talking about NATO. I think they were kind of talking about the 4th of July, patriotism, and, you know, anybody, you know, Matt from Resistance Tyranny made mention of, you know, people that celebrate the 4th of July, and I got the impression that kind of like anybody that says they're a patriot, or anybody that says that they like the American flag or stuff like that, it kind of bothered me because I respect his point of view that he says that there's a higher meaning, but I don't think that we should be taking away as Americans people who celebrate, however falsely informed they may be or how hypocritical it may seem. We still must support those who take the time to show their representation. In other words, if you want to have that one day out of the year to talk about what it is to be an American, or celebrate a day, and I've addressed this kind of thing on Christmas as well. and other holidays. But basically, what I'm saying is that I don't think
there is slow traffic.
I don't think we should be bashing other Americans for, you know, taking a day, which is a family day, if you will, to support what it is, in their opinion, to be an American. I just think it's counterproductive. I think it alienates too many people. Now, back to what David was talking about. He was talking directly about the people that will be left behind in a worst-case scenario. I do kind of agree with that there are going to be a lot of people, but I do think that one of the main purposes of the show is to get people informed. And part of the process of informing people is that you're going to have a lot of people that just don't get it still. But that doesn't mean you stop putting the word out. You still have to get people to be informed. You still have to put in the effort, even if you don't get the effort in return. Now, it's sad for those people who don't understand, and it's sad for those people who don't know what it is to be an American, even though they live in this country. If they're part-time Americans or whatever, however you want to, you know, call it. But I still think that it is an effort of the informed, the people like the members of the panel. It's still our responsibility to continue to put the word out, and to inform people of what's going on in the world and with our country. So, with that being said, I'm in Georgia, getting ready to cross into Florida, and I have about 325 miles remaining in my trip for Arya and I to get home. And with that, I will sign off right now.